Hello everyone. As I sit here reading my Car and Driver magazine, I kind of think about William Shakespeare. If William Shakespeare was alive and was the owner of a high-performance vehicle, he would probably have changed his famous quote to this: "To speed or not to speed? That is the question." Sorry, Bill, I had to do it. I love speed and power in a car. I've enjoyed muscle cars ever since I was a young kid. Mustang, 550 Maranello, 911 GT, Skyline GTR. And of course, I love car chase scenes in a movie, like Steve McQueen in Bullitt, Mustang versus the Charger. The original and the latest, Gone in 60 Seconds, with Eleanor, another Mustang. And then of course Ronin with Robert De Niro, BMW versus a Renault. All good car chase scenes. You need to check them out in the movie if you haven't. And when you think about these cars, there's one purpose in mind: speed and performance. Or is it two things? Well, anyway, whatever it is, it led me to owning two of these types of vehicles. The first one was a 1997 Ford Mustang Cobra. I don't have that car anymore. Kind of got me in a little bit of trouble when I was a young kid. And then the one that I own now, that I bought new in 2006, is my Dodge Charger SRT8. So far so good, nothing bad to report there. So owning these two type of cars brings that question to mind: what are the risks versus the rewards on owning these two types of vehicles? Well, we'll talk about the rewards first. Under the right conditions in a track or the drag strip, or maybe an open road with no other drivers and hopefully no cops, the excitement and the adrenaline of speeding, of putting your car to the test. Your heartbeat, it beats rapid when you know you've got that power, or you see that guy or gal next to you with a nice car that you want to take on. The sound of the car, the sound of a throaty V8 or a turbo, or the whine of a supercharger. The feedback of a car. Yes, cars do talk back to you. You feel it in the steering wheel. You feel it in how your body moves around in the seat when you're driving. The sound of the tires. Also, the sound of the transmission, knowing when to shift. Which brings me to the SRT track experience. When I bought my car in 2006, part of the price of the ownership of that car was to go to the SRT track experience. It was an opportunity to be trained by professional drivers on how to drive your SRT vehicle responsibly, not only to respect your car, but to also know the limits and know the dynamics of racing a car. We got to drive every car in that lineup. My favorite, the Dodge Viper. It was fun. We talked about the dynamics of racing first, as far as apexes on a turn or contact patches on a tire, to actually putting what we've learned on the track. It was $500 well spent. So if you ever get a chance and want to race under controlled conditions while being instructed, well, the SRT track experience is it. Now the risks. Law enforcement and the legalities of racing or speeding on the streets. It's illegal. You're going to get caught eventually. I got caught in my 97 Mustang Cobra. The light turned green. I launched off. My tires were spinning for a little bit. Saw a little bit of smoke behind my car, but I didn't hear it because the music was blasting. But the cop did hear it, and he did stop me and charge me with reckless driving. Not fun. Financially, it gets expensive. You got to pay your way out of court. Hopefully you won't go to jail. And wear and tear on your vehicles. You got to buy tires or parts, or just buy more performance parts. Emotionally, it wasn't fun to think about what could have happened to me when I went to court. Luckily, I got out of it with just a fine. But I didn't like having to explain to my wife why I got a ticket for reckless driving. And also letting my chain of command know I got in trouble with my car. And then, of course, how it affects other people. You can't control all the factors around you. So if you're racing or messing around in the street, if somebody decides to get in front of your car and you can't stop, you're going to cause some injury or damage to yourself or other people, and that can get bad pretty quick. So in short, I'm no judge. I can't tell you what's right and wrong about racing or speeding because I've done it. But one thing I have learned is that there's a time and a place for speeding. Definitely on a closed course with a little bit of training. That's the best place to do it. And of course, if you're going to try to do something like that in the street, which I don't recommend, at least take a couple of extra seconds to think about what you're about to get into. Remember, you're known by the car you drive and how you drive it. You might be driving next to your boss or somebody that works for you, or maybe an off-duty cop that may see you later on the streets in the very same car. So with that being said, just don't be in a hurry to go nowhere. Enjoy your car, enjoy the day, let other people enjoy your car, and let them say, wow, what a nice car, instead of, man, look at that jerk. So, in short, when you're driving out there, have fun, be proud of your car, but be also responsible. Take care.